biceps, a few rows, and then a shoulder blades. All right, this bicep might be able to take a little more than we need. And then Jill, shimmy backwards a little bit once you get going. There you go. All right, ladies, into your C curve, palms are up, bicep curls it is. Yeah. The second one, keep going, Jill. The second one, Allison, your rows. And Allison, you can choke up on the straps if it's a little too easy. Good. Jill, the second one, yep. This one we're gonna just do some rows. So straight spine, straight legs, and then you can choke up a little bit, you guys, on the straps if you want the spring a little bit heavier. And just get the elbows again to pinch back behind you. A few little rows. And then I got two more for you. And I need lighter spring, I think lighter spring for both of them. So let's lighten the spring. All right, next one is straight arm, still straight legs, and we're gonna do out to your T. You're gonna pull it out to the T and then right back to center. Spine is straight, open it, and close. Yeah? This one we'll see, Jill, if your spring one is light enough. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Allison, you're okay there? Wonderful. Good. All right, once you're done with that T and your spine was straight, ladies, your last one is gonna fold forward with this last one. So uncross the straps, come back to center, fold yourself forward. This one you're gonna turn your palms to face backwards, you're folding yourself forward. And again, I need it a little bit light as you go so you can get some good movement here. If you're tight, it's gonna be a lot of stretch in your back and your hammies. And then I need the spring light enough that you can move your arms. So lighten it if it's a little too heavy still. Let's see, Jill, looks good. Let's see, get all the way backwards. There you go. Nice job. All right, couple more. All right, once you're done, put your straps on your pegs, and then your choice. You can stay folded forward with the straight legs. You can bend them. Just hang out for a moment. Stretch the neck if you need to. Whatever else you'd like to do. Stay and breathe. Nice. All right, once you've wiggled a little bit, you guys bring yourself right back up. All right, so still facing the same way, but on your knees this time. You guys keep it with the light spring, and if you need to change it to that heavier spring, we can. This one we're gonna go on all fours. So knees up against the shoulder rest, hands on the wood, and then we're gonna pull it back and forth. Change my. All right, so holding onto the tracks or the wood part, right? And then the knees pull in, the knees go right back down. You need a little bit more spring, put more spring on. I don't want more arm work. I need it to stay in the belly, so make sure you don't go too high. All right, this one, you guys are looking pretty good. So we've got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've got 5 things here for you. All right, so first one was right in the middle. The second one is both hands to one side. This one's gonna get a little harder. Take both hands to the one side of the machine. You gotta keep your spine straight. Your hips stay pretty square, so you've got a little side stretch. Get over there. Yep. Nice. All right, 8 to 10, and then change sides. Nice. And then 4 to 5, we're gonna be a single leg. So once you're done, if you need to come off your wrist for a minute, shake it out. Come off your wrist, sit back. Good. And then the last one, you guys are gonna go back to the first stance. So back to all fours, and then you're gonna pick up one leg. You're gonna do your best not to let the hip hike, so try to keep that hip down. You're gonna pull the single knee underneath you. The back leg doesn't get to move. Back job. Mm-hmm. Nice. Yep, once the leg goes out there, the leg that's straight, get that hip to drop, and then the bottom knee is moving, chest doesn't move, hips don't move. Nice. That looks great, you guys. And then when you're done with both sides, then sit back into your child's pose. And stretch it out. So when you're back here, you guys, the shoulder rest kind of get in your way. So scoot forward or backwards or move your arms if you need something different. All right, once you've had enough, you can sit and do this one, Allison, if you don't want to come back up here. I just need the spine to move. So you can cat and cow while you're on all fours, or you can just sit on the side and do kind of a couple rolls or fold yourself forward. Yeah, just move the spine a little bit. Good deal. All right, next one we're gonna get to the side hips. You guys, when you're done, bring yourself up to sitting. Come to standing for me on the floor. If you need some water, grab some water. Ladies, I'm not sure if we've stood on the carriage yet, so if you have your socks on, just be careful so you don't slide. This one I need it to be eventually on a fairly light spring, so maybe one. Let's do that part of it. Let me camera. So I'm going to keep it a little low so you can see my feet more than my head. So 1 foot at the edge, 1 foot on the other piece of it. If your bar's in the way, then you got to move your bar. And then you guys just be really careful when you mount your carriage. So 3 or 4 things we're going to do here. You want it on a fairly light spring. You're just going to open and close it. Yeah. Keep it up there. Just make sure the bar's not in the way. Once I get going, I'm not touching the bar at all. So I'm not using it for support or help. It ends up being a crutch if we're too close. And classical is 1 spring, I don't know whatever that means. The lighter the better. So the lighter it is, the more you're gonna have to work and hold it to come back in. All right, second one. Okay, so we open and close it. Second one, now I want you to first position it. So you're gonna take your tippy toes slightly apart, because my bar's in the way at the bottom, so I gotta first position it, and then same thing. This one you might be able to go a little farther. Again, a little different in the hips. Just take your time as you push and pull. I have mine on 1 spring and it gets a little heavy, so you guys, I've got my foot kind of hooked a little bit, so I'm not gonna slide. So I'm really close to my edge, which means I get to go a little farther in my range of motion. I've seen little Instagram stuff where they're kind of in the middle, and you're already so wide, so I don't really like that one because you already have to work so hard to keep it stable. So second one was open and close. In the first position. Number 3. Let me do the second one on this one first. All right, once you're done with that one, keep your stance in first position. Open it as far as you feel comfortable, trying not to move the carriage, and then you're gonna see if you can plie. Don't let the carriage come back in. This one's gonna stabilize this knee because you gotta hold it from letting it collapse in. What wants to happen is it just lets go and wants to come back in. So try to keep it there while you do a few little demi-plies. And then come back in. I got one more thing for you. All right, last one is back to parallel. All right, this one you're in parallel. You're gonna hold yourself together, and then you've got a couple calf raises, not moving the carriage. All right, as soon as you push with the quad, it's gonna shift, so try to keep squished. Pretend that you got a ball in between your ankles, squish it, and then lift them over. All right, that's your 4. And then we'll turn around other side. Nice job. All right, so your choice. Dismount, flip it, come back up, or turn around if you feel comfortable getting up and down. All right, so first one, pretty light spring, parallel, open, close. Okay. All right, nice job. Put your head back, Jill, once you get done. All right, ladies, so the first one was open and close in parallel. The second one is open and close in first position. And then just as far as the carriage will let you go, that the legs will let you go. Bring back in is the important part. And then try your second one in first position. And then get it to open and close. A little different on the glutes and on the top of the legs. Let's see. Yeah. And then third one, you're gonna stay out there when you're comfortable, just a little bit, and then you got the little bend and straighten. A few little plies. Keep that knee stable so it doesn't move the carriage. Good. And then your last one was back to parallel. Bring the carriage back in, couple calf raises. All right. Yep. Don't move it, don't move it. And then your calf raises, bring it all the way back in, back to parallel. Wonderful. And then when all is done, have a seat on your machine and do your outer thigh stretch. Yep, there you go. She'll take your time. Listen, we got you. All right, back to parallel for me. And then heels go up and down. Good job. All right, just gonna stretch the hips out for a minute. Allison, take your time. A few more calf raises. Good job. Very good. All right, a quick outer thigh stretch as you do both sides and or a little rotation. And get into the neck a little bit as you need. One of my ladies, she's got a cousin that was on a motorcycle. Mistake number one. And he fell off 100 miles an hour. That's a big mistake. And he broke C1.
Oh my gosh.
When he's not parallel and he lived.
Whoa. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was like, how did you get to C1? I mean, like, you just like, you know, knock your head, just, oh my gosh. I don't even know what my kids are going to do, because I'm like, you're not allowed on a motorcycle or by a motorcycle or with people, like, you just can't. You can't. I don't know. You can't. So don't tell me. So I could just see something happening and they're like, well, I can't call my mom. Like, well, I can call my mom. All right, both hands go back behind, stretch the neck. Oh, I don't even know. C1.
That's
so now I gotta do some research on which vertebra you break that you get paralyzed, because if it's not C1, then it must be. That's gotta be a thing. All right, circle those shoulders backwards. All right, ladies, how you guys feeling so far? So far, so good?
great.
All right, now we need to go backwards and get some back work. So grab your box for me. Put your bar back up. And
Long box or bird box?
long box, please. All right, so now we're gonna go towards the bar and we've got our chest lifting idea. So lean yourself forward, hands on the bar for me. A fairly light spring. This one we're not doing push-ups, we're gonna do the back extension. So get yourself pretty far forward on your box. You guys' hands pretty wide on the bar. And this one you're gonna stay out there, and then we've got a couple of your cobras. So get the belly to stretch, get the back to go up. If you want more stretch, then you gotta scoot forward on your box. Yep. There you go. Now, and your box doesn't have to be all the way back against the shoulder rest. So put your box wherever you feel comfortable, where it kind of supports you. And you guys, we have this up and down for a little bit, and then I want you to stay at the top for a little bit and stretch it all the way up. Yeah, let's see if that works. Yep. Now stay out there, Jill. And then chest goes up, and then chest goes down. And the up and down of the chest, you guys, is what moves the carriage. Yep. Up and stretch back. Nice. All right, once you've done a few of those, you guys bring yourself back in, give yourself a break. This next one I want single arm, so take both hands and put it pretty close together in the middle of your bar, and then you're gonna try and go up and down with one hand connected towards that ear. Yeah, trying not to rotate, If you're not quite ready for the single or something's rotating, then just stay on your double for a little bit. You got it. And then stretch it back and forth. Nice. All right, once you've done a few of those, then bend your elbows, lower yourself right back down. All right, the next little piece, you guys, I need the forehead and the upper back to be relaxed, or down. So put it on the bar. So scoot yourself forward enough that you're able to either put your hands on the bar and rest your upper back, or maybe just your forehead. It doesn't matter to me, just make sure you're low. And now we've got your lower body stuff. So this one we won't move the carriage, and you've got some single leg lifting. So lift your right, lift your left, and then we'll do our whole little series here. Both legs, flutters and bun burners. All right, a single leg, a little bit of double leg, and then stay up for some flutters and stay up for some bun burners. Good job. Good, take a nice deep breath. All right, once you're done with your flutters and your bun burners, then just hang for a moment. If the legs hang down and it feels good in that lower back, then stay there for a little bit. We're done with this part of the box, so you guys dismount, come to standing on the floor. All right, so once you're standing on the floor, you guys take your leg up on your box, and then just get this little hamstring to stretch. Jill, I know yours is a little bit low, so if you have something else a little closer that you can put your leg up on, go for it. Otherwise, just stick it on the box, and then fold yourself forward. All right, stay and breathe for a little bit. Change sides. You guys, I forgot that I've already got 2 of my ladies that have home reformers, but they're like Costco brand. So they said the other day, we should do a reformer class. And I was like, oh, I have been doing a reformer class, and maybe I forgot to invite your reformer. But then I was like, do you guys have a box? And she's like, no, but we can figure it out. And I was like, how? Because I kind of need a box, I don't know anything at the house that we could use in lieu of a box. They don't have barrels. I don't know what we could do. All right, hold yourself forward. So I was like, maybe I'll just start a class with just them. They're little reformers. I'm not trying to exclude, except we need a pretty decent reformer. All right, once you're done your little forward stretch, you guys bring it back in. All right, so now I want you to go back, change your box. Change your box to your short box. All right, so before you sit on it, I want you to grab your magic circle. So you're gonna sit, you've got a little bit of belly work. This one, I don't care where the bar goes, but I do need the safety strap. So if your bar needs to get out of the way, and then make sure your safety strap is available. Yeah, it's like, we'll figure it out. I was like, yeah, let me know. All right, so I don't care if you already have the safety strap lifted. Your feet can be on the carriage or on the little wood part. It doesn't matter to me, but I do want your legs to have enough space that your circle can go in between your knees. Now, on my reformer, it's not very easy to put my feet under and to keep the circle. So I'm gonna keep my feet up here. I'm just gonna do a little bit of circle work before we do your belly work. So feet anywhere you need to, sitting up nice and tall, hands in a circle. And now you're gonna squeeze your circle 10 times. Yeah, so I'm just here squeezing the circle. Okay. Good. Second and third set is single leg, so do a double, 10 right, 10 left, and then grab your circle with your hands. Double for 10, right for 10, left for 10. All right, so once you're done with that one, now I want you to use your circle with your hands. So you guys keep your safety strap on. Again, if your feet are down or up, that doesn't matter, just as long as your strap is taut. This one, I'm going to teach you guys a little phrase with the circle. So you're going to roll yourself backwards to your C curve. You're going to take your circle up, your circle down, and then you're going to sit up. Yeah, roll it backwards, take the arms up, take the arms down, and then roll it up. Down, up, down, and then right back up. Roll it backwards, That's where your safety strap comes in. Make sure you don't go too far, that the back gets straight, keep it curled. Good. All right, 1 or 2 more to finish out your 10. All right, the second set we're gonna rotate. So you're gonna keep your strap lifted, you're gonna roll it back, stay back there this time, and then really small from one side to the other. You're basically just holding your circle, just giving you something to guide your arms back and forth. So rotate 10 or so each direction. 5 each way is 10 total, or 10 each way is good too. And then roll it back up. All right, this one, I'm not sure if you guys are stretchy enough that you don't need the circle, but let's try it with the circle first. I want 1 foot underneath. I want you to put your circle in your foot in your circle. And then you're gonna lean yourself back. All right, bottom leg is holding you on, top leg is kind of holding. This should be a stretch, you know, maybe a little bit of stretch. Is it some stretch or not much?
Feel it.
Feels good? Okay. Once you're here, I want you to move the neck. That's going to help you floss, or move your foot. You got it. And then come back in and change sides. All right, since you guys can both do that one, I think you guys can both reach too. So we'll do climb a tree in a second. All right. Roll yourself backwards. Grab onto your circle. Move your neck or move your foot. All right, a couple more seconds, and then bring it right back up. All right, so now you're gonna lose your circle, and now we're gonna do 1 or 2 pieces of our climb a tree. Climb a tree gets really dramatic, so we won't do the full thing. I want you to pull your knee in towards your chest again, keep that bottom leg lifted, and then if you can keep it straight and hold on to it, great. If you need to keep it bent, that works too. I'm gonna show you with it straight. So you guys are gonna walk yourself backwards as far as you feel comfortable down your tree, and then walk yourself up your tree. Your leg is trying really hard not to move. So whether it's bent or straight, not the point, you're just rolling it backwards and rolling it up. So do 4 or 5, and then change sides. Because this one's very hard not to feel crooked, right? Your leg's up, and you're just trying to square yourself off as much as possible. So do a few on that side, do a few on the other side, and then I might give you 1 more. Good job, Jill. Down and up. Nice job, Allison. Down and up. All right. You guys do that one. Other side. Good. All right, so now here's a little challenge. I want you to go back to your first side. And again, the leg being straight or bent is not the important part. The leg staying away from you is important. You're gonna walk yourself backwards where you can hold it, and then I want you to let go for 5 or 6 seconds, and then walk yourself back up. I'm working you up to 10 seconds. So if you can hold it for 10, go back up. If you can hold it for 5, then do it twice. Good, and then right back up. And then do it again, see if you can let go. Good, and then work it right back up, shake it up. Good, that one's a little bit harder, pretty hard? A little bit? Okay. All right, see if you can get the other side, get yourself square, get yourself backwards, let go. Good, 5 to 10 seconds, and then try it one more time, backwards. Good, let go, hold it, and then roll yourself right back up. All right, lose your safety strap. Both legs can be bent or straight, your choice, and then now let's go this opposite way, fold it forward. Good. Knees can be bent or straight, your choice. Good. You guys both have barrels. So the classical climb a tree, right, is you have your safety strap, you put your leg up, and then you lay backwards. So eventually we're gonna get that way. I like the barrel version first, because the barrel is against you the whole time. Once you go backwards, you guys, there's nothing. And then you gotta get your head to come all the way back up. So we'll eventually get to that one, maybe. All right, crisscross your ankle, stretch yourself forward. I teach the pieces of this one way more often than all the way backwards, but we have some things to look forward to in case we need something to look forward to. All right, once you've done both sides, you guys bring yourself right back up. All right, so once your hips are stretched out, you guys lose your box. Put it away. All right, so now if you need your bar, keep it just halfway up, just a little bit. And I've got a few stretches for you. And while you do your stretches, I'll show you how to clean the springs. So let's do your split stretch. So Jill, do the other side first, so when you look up, you can see me. Allison, you too. You guys go to the other side of the machine. There you go. All right, pretty light spring, and then push yourself on out and stay in stretch. So while you're in this little stretch, I want you to pay attention to your tracks, right?
Okay,
So when you're cleaning them, I want no spring, move your carriage, and then clean that part of your track. And then you do the other side. So it doesn't matter which side you do first, but just make sure you get the carriage moved while you're ready to clean the springs, or not the springs, the tracks. And then right now you guys look at your tracks. There shouldn't be any darkness. It just means that the, I don't know, something from the wheel. What's it called? Like residue, something, gets on it. So just try to clean that up a little bit. And your wheel should always be pretty smooth, as you're going. All right, now come back in, turn it to face the front and do your runner stretch. Yep, hands on the bar, push yourself on out. And then you guys, one of my rules in the studio and everywhere is always to have some spring on, right? So the carriage never gets away from me. So you guys just make sure you always put the spring on just so it doesn't slide back or you go to do something and it messes with you. Okay. Another breath or two and then bring yourself back in. All right, when you're ready, walk yourself around. Good. All right, so toe underneath, leg on top, and then when you're ready, push yourself on out, and stretch. So you can hang forward or you can stay upright. All right, another breath or two, and then bring yourself back in, and then flip it to your runner stretch. Push yourself on out. Yep. Good. Wonderful. Very nice. All right, another breath or two, and then bring yourself back in. You guys have a seat on your machine, nice and soft. All right, so just breathe for a moment. You guys drop the shoulders, pull the chin back, and then just stay and breathe. Open, eyes open or close, your choice, but separate your teeth, drop your tongue. Make sure you're breathing with your diaphragm and your belly, not your neck muscles. Good. All right, open your eyes when you're ready and take your hands all the way up. You can lengthen your arms or wiggle if you'd like. Stay and stretch, and then right back down. Beautiful job today, you guys. Thank you for coming to reformer class. Inhale up and exhale and right back down. And then Jill, try sticking on your jump board at some point. You don't have to do it right now, but see if you can play with it a little bit. And if you need some help, then let me know. We can do it either before class or next class or whatever we do.
Let's see. Does the jump board goes where the bar is, right? You bring the bar all the way down, take the foot pad off, and stick the jump board on? Okay.
You got it. There should be some little...
It's got poles and stoppers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I stuck it on there when I first got it, but I didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, stick it on and see if you can,